Hey guys, welcome to my new video idea. Woo! It is called The Dark Side of Maplestory. Well, I will be interviewing and obtaining knowledge and information about the underground market that Maplestory has been running. It's not only Maplestory, but other, of course, games have underground markets where people sell stuff that are against the rules of TOTS in games. But I want to give you guys the information, so I'm gonna create this series called The Dark Side of Maple Story. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this series, The Dark Side of Maple Story. Okay, guys. It took me a while to get someone, and I found someone who has a vast knowledge of selling items and misos. Um, I will not be giving his name or his character and name and stuff like that because due to privacy reasons, and also it's just rude just to ask for the names people who are kind of do this kind of stuff. But I will give my manners to him, and he'll be explaining how this goes. So yeah, don't ask me for his name. He's just gonna be explaining everything what he does. It's not. It's like everyone's different of what they do. This is what he does. I'm gonna be calling him Mr. X, because you don't want to give his real name and stuff like that. So I'll be calling Mr. X, and so yeah, so Mr. X will be giving us the details. So, Mr. X, welcome to the series, and thank you for coming on and explaining to, I guess, the people of Maple the underground part of selling slash, miso selling slash item duping selling, whatever you call it.
Thanks for having me.
So, like, basically, when did you start Maple? Let's just start with the basics.
Started maybe in like 2007.
Okay, so when?
Been on and off for all that time.
Okay, awesome. So I mean, let's start how you found out about like this kind of underground, selling of misos and like items wise. Like, what was the initial spark?
It all started just merching my way up, you know. After that, I figured out that if you make enough money in the game, you can turn it into like real money.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah.
Um, so like obviously, when you started out, you said you merged your way up and stuff like, that, and you got the idea of like, oh, so I can earn enough money and sell for real life money to get profit wise, right? So like, how did that like all start? Like, did you find like a connection of someone with someone, or like was it through like forums that you eventually stumbled upon to, or like how did
Yeah,
that
it was
work?
mostly just meeting people, befriending a lot of people, finding out about, you know, exploits, meeting like good connections, people who like, dupe and shit.
Okay, so did you have like a person that you're really close with? Eventually, he explained like more into detail of like.
Yeah, I learned a lot from a few people.
Okay.
I won't name them, but
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Okay. Um. So I would say like, when was the first time you actually like start to, sell stuff and like get into the process?
Maybe probably around like 2010.
Okay,
That's when
2010.
things started exploding. Started making a lot of money.
A lot of money. So like, what kind of items like did you sell? Like, I know you sold misos. You told me, which
Yeah,
was obvious. What's not obvious? Like, what kind of items were most people interested in buying that were like supply and demand basically?
just all kinds of shit. Equipment, nebs, scrolls, things like that.
Okay.
Those
Um,
are the main things that I really fucked with.
okay. What worlds did you? Because I know there's in MapleStory there's like a lot of
Yeah,
worlds. I know that the main worlds were like Scania, Windia, Barra, and stuff like that
yeah.
back then when it was really popular. Which I guess which world made you the most profit?
Uh,
In a way.
my main world. I'm not gonna say which world it is, but
Okay.
I did expand over to a lot of different worlds.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Did you? Okay. Okay. That's that's awesome. I guess when you sell your items and stuff. What like? How'd you get payment? Like, what was the payment? Was it, like through like if it's item wise, was it like
Yeah,
misos or was it like NX wise or like
yeah.
IRL
I
money?
would accept payments in NX, PayPal mostly.
Mm-hmm.
PayPal cash cards,
Okay.
MP cards, a lot of shit.
Okay. Um, was there a reason why you had a specific like PayPal wise and MP? I think that was Money Pack back then.
Yeah, money back.
Uh,
Um, no, I just like money more than Mesos, you know.
mm-hmm.
I'm not really interested in anything inside the actual game.
I
I
see.
just try to turn it into real life money.
Real life money. Okay.
So,
So obviously in Maple, the economy is like sometimes it has like the highest points and also obviously like the lowest points of like selling stuff.
yeah.
What was your all-time high, and then what was your all-time low?
The most money I made in 1 month was probably around $10,000.
Okay.
The lowest I've made was nothing.
It was nothing.
Yeah, there was a time when I was banned and I was just doing absolutely nothing on the game.
Okay. Oh, but like, what happens when you're banned? Like, what do you
Well,
do at that point?
you either try to find more shit to make more money, or you try to find more connections to, merch your way back up again.
Okay. Okay.
And if you can't find anything, then you just merch.
Merch. Okay.
Sometimes. It's a waste of
Um.
time.
So like your supplies when it gets caught and stuff, do you just get more from your supplier or do you actually yourself try to create more through hacks and etc.
Yeah, it all depends. Like sometimes you're in a dry spell, you can't really find anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not as good as some other people who I won't name, but
Okay.
when I'm in a dry spell, I just try to talk to people, try to merch again,
Okay.
do shit like that.
All right. So can you give us like an insight into how like some of the transactions might work? Um, let's say, for example, you're selling misos. Like, how would the miso selling process go if someone was interested?
Yeah, like people just hit you up. Depends on who's going first. They either send you the money,
Mm-hmm.
and then you buy items from their shops.
Um,
Most of the time, I pay for the tax too. So
I see. But there's always problems with like chargeback and stuff. From what I've
yeah,
been researching, how do you deal with chargebacks?
from what I know, there's really no way to prevent a chargeback. The only way you can actually avoid it to the best of your ability is just finding people who have a lot of vouchers or ask them to pay with PayPal cash cards. That's
Okay.
pretty safe.
So it's like
Or
through
bitcoins.
merits and like prepaid
Yeah.
cards, basically. Where okay. Um, and if you were selling items, was that the same process too? Like do you
Yeah.
set misos for the items and stuff like that, or would
Yeah,
you
it's all the
mostly
same
accept money?
concept if you're selling items too.
Okay, okay. And how long, like, how much would you stock up, and how long would it like take you to sell,
Uh,
like
it
most
could
of
be
your
like
inventory?
months to years.
1 to 2 years.
But most of the time, like you either get banned before then and lose
Mm-hmm.
all your shit, or
Okay.
if you're lucky, you could get away with it. But that's
When do you think at a certain point in Maple was the best time to sell misos? Because I know from researching and asking a lot of people around that within the miso selling community, there's certain levels of like prices of misos that you want to sell at, and that sometimes it goes like rock bottom and it's complete
yeah.
crap to sell. So like, when do you think was your like best time when you sold misos? Like at what rate was it for you?
Well, the highest that I sold Mesos was around like 1 to 16.
1 through 16.
Yeah, one bill would be $16, but right now it's pretty shit.
I see. Was that during pre Bang, if I may ask?
It was a little bit after.
A little bit
But
after.
then I'm pretty sure pre Big Bang was a lot higher. I
Okay.
didn't really sell shit before that.
Okay. And do you think Nexon as a company makes it harder for you to sell, or do you think they just don't give a crap about people selling items and misos in general?
No, for sure they do make things harder to sell because they have deleted a lot of money worth of items from me before, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have lost at least $100,000 plus worth of shit. You know?
Okay.
But it's all free money to them. They don't really care.
They don't really care. So basically, I mean, like if they see you, they'll eventually get you. But if they don't really care. Is that what you're trying to
Yeah,
imply?
I
Okay.
think so. Because they can easily track people with like an inventory with a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
So
true. And MapleStory has a max amount of misos you can carry, right? So how would you sell in bulk wise a large amount of money? Would people would you have more than one account, and
Yeah.
how much account like within those counts that you have? I know you can create like maybe 8 characters max, I think, without buying character slots. How many characters would be filled with misos or items, and like how do you like
Uh,
regulate that?
well, a lot of the times you just be maxed out and you try to sell your manacles off as fast as you can, so
Okay.
you can hold more and sell it off again.
Okay. And item wise, like I know asking people and asking talking to you for a while um, beforehand, that's the items that you don't want to hold too many items on the account that you're selling because of risk.
Yeah.
So like what would be the like let's say you're selling nebs, I don't know what kind of nebs or scrolls
Yeah.
wise that are really popular in
Uh,
Maple. How much would you hold within the account that you're trying to that you're selling to obtain misas or
it all
items?
depends, man. Like, if you have, like, let's say, 10,000 nebs, how
Mm-hmm.
are you gonna split that to, like, a lower amount? So, that would take forever. So, I mean, you can try to split it within, like, 10 to 20 to 30 accounts.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, the best you can do. You can't really split it and put it in stacks of 10.
Okay, I see.
That's fucking impossible.
Okay, I see. Um, and as a current state of Maple right now, what do you think of people selling items and misos? Like, how is the community of that? Like, is it not going well? Is it unstable? Or like, how is it?
I mean, the mental rate is pretty shit right now, so
Okay,
I feel like people are gonna start holding their place and hoping for like a mental rate increase. But
okay,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's like a lot of low key mental exploits around right now.
okay. And do you think right now? I know I have this opinion, and some like maybe most people have this opinion. Like Maple is at an all-time low as of recently. Do you believe that's
Yeah,
true?
yeah. I mean, the game's. If you look at the game, you can see like the activity has been pretty shit lately. So
Holy shit. Okay.
that along with the mental exploits,
Okay. So
yeah, the
there's
game's
been.
just shit.
I see. I see. And do you have any last comments before we end our interview for the people, or any other prior knowledge that I
Just
can ask?
the game's pretty much dying, man. Just get your money's worth and stay late, stay peace, man.
All right. Thank you, Mr. X, for the interview.
No problem.
All right, man. Take care.
Take care. Thank you.
Hey guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It took me a while to, obtain that information and gather, like, everyone who is involved in these kind of activities. And I hope that it answered or gave you guys more insight in the Miso slash item selling community within the dark maple side. If you guys have any further questions about certain questions that I did not cover, or have your own questions that you came up with, just leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer it. Remember to hit that like and spank that subscribe button. Until next time, guys. See ya.